Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? And middle.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. Midfield, 23 yards, the final tally.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Now Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing, Duggan. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Duggan. Flush to his right. Staying on his feet. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. That is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. In motion, the tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Seattle. Ken Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 54. Hey, fly low.
Throwing is Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nakua, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Zebra. Hey, 50.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass, because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams, 32 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Duggan looking to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
They're going to try and throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Duggan to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Dug in now to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On fourth down, Dugan. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
K.J. Hamler,
47 yards.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Stafford.
They'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Stafford going to change it up here.
They go play action here on first down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 38 now, here comes second and 8.
Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Monday. Red.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the... Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford.
Short throw, it's Higbee. Down inside the 10.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
32.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Duggan. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Dugan. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Duggan will look to throw this. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Flushed out right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Operating from the gun, Dugan. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Albert O, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure,
Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
and I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Dugan.
That's complete. It's Okurebenam.
7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
98 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Throwing, Duggan.
They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Duggan. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Meyer's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
Ready.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
53, ready.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Play action. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Nifty move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go, set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Track at 60.
Duggan looking to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal, and I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt, you talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied, this stage of the contest, boy. Here comes 2nd down and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st down.
19 tight. Ready. Set, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Go.
On 2nd and 10. Duggan. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. He's back to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw. That'll be caught by Cup.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Stafford now to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now it's Stafford.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Reek Willen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10.
50-50. Set.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Reek Willen.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have